Today we will be discussing data audit, Spin.AI's component for data loss and leak prevention and protection. Navigating to data audit, you are now greeted with full visibility into every single file sharing event and all sensitive data, where the majority of your sensitive data lives, and all the file sharing events that are occurring. Navigate to the data heat map to add or remove properties that you consider to be high exposure, high risk, medium exposure, or medium risk for all of your shared and sensitive data. Navigate to shared data to see every single file sharing event existing in your Microsoft 365 environment. Of course, have visibility into each individual event, seeing who the owner is, and the entities that have access. To revoke access, select that document, stop selected sharing, and select the entity to whom you want to revoke access. As with everything on Spin, automation is key. This process of manually selecting a document, identifying the entity, and revoking access can be improved by creating a security policy to meet your needs and proactively revoke access to shared items. Navigate to sensitive data to be greeted with full visibility into all data being flagged as sensitive. What is sensitive data? It is whatever your organization makes it out to be. Spin.DLP can identify PII, PHI, PCI, and of course utilize regular expressions to identify any specific key wording as sensitive data. Navigate to shared users to have higher visibility into file sharing events. In this case, we are seeing on a user-by-user basis all the file sharing events. Select domains to see all domains with file sharing events coming from your organization. Navigate to security policies to automate DLP workflows. Select Create Policy, Data Policy, and be greeted with what a security policy looks like. Condition, action, scope, and exception. What has to happen for this policy to be triggered? That's condition. What would you like Spin1 to do when this policy is triggered? That's action. And lastly, scope and exception. To whom should the security policy apply? Select condition to create if and then statements. For example, sources, personal drive, SharePoints. Additional condition to say data being shared by link to anyone with a link. And what is sensitive data to you? Select sensitive data types and choose from any of these preset checkers for PII, PHI, or PCI. As previously mentioned, to identify any specific key wording as sensitive, utilize a regular expression. We've now created the conditions for the security policy, identifying data leaving personal drive or SharePoints, being shared to anyone with a link, that also contains a credit card number. What would you like Spin1 to do when this policy is triggered? We can select data to be made private, meaning we will revoke access back to the original owner of the file. Would you like to do this immediately, or perhaps after a time delay? We could say, for example, 30 days. After this item has been shared for 30 days, Spin1 will revoke its access back to the original owner. Lastly, to whom should the security policy apply? By default, it's set to everyone, but we can select certain entities or security groups based off your Microsoft 365 structure. This is Spin.DLP with Microsoft 365.